You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com, YETicket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. 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 We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. YETicket.com.
Hey, this is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. I'm here with director Alyn Darnay, and we're going to talk about, I think he did 2 films since the last time I talked to him.
3.
What, 3 films?
3 films.
Well, we're going to talk about 3 films that he directed. Tell us a little bit about it, and then pique your interest so you can see them. Hey, Alyn, how you doing?
I'm doing really well, actually. I'm happy as a clam, so everything is very cool. I've just come off of 3 pictures, 2 features, and a long short. Long short's winning a lot of awards and gaining a lot of attention.
What is that movie about?
That one's called Immunity, and it's a Holocaust story. It's not really a Holocaust story. It's kind of a really weird kind of a love story, but it's set during the Holocaust at Auschwitz. It's a very strange little film.
So they in Auschwitz, and they fall in love, a man and a female.
No, actually, it's about a older female teacher who had a student who is now an SS officer at the camp.
Oh.
And he's pulled her out of the line and taken her into his office, and that's where it all starts.
Oh, man. What a predicament to be in. That it is different. Yeah, that is totally different. I haven't heard anything like that. Anybody we know that's in it?
A very well-known actress by the name of Rena Sofer, who was, I think, on All My Children. And before that, she was on General Hospital or something. I don't remember. She's been in every show. She was Gibbs' girlfriend on NCIS.
Oh, okay.
She's a very good actress. Very good actress. I put her way up there.
And also this film, too, like you said, is gathering some awards. Is it going to be out in theaters, video on demand, or what?
Well, we're releasing it very strangely. It's been in 4 film festivals, won 4 awards. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's been in 3 film festivals, won 4 awards. 2 Best Actress, 1 Best Short, and 1 award for film excellence.
Nice.
We just did it at the Huntington Arts Center in New York, where they put it in front of a big movie called Remembrance with Christopher Plummer. And
I kind of remember that film. I didn't see it, but I know what it's about.
yeah, also a Holocaust kind of a thing. Extremely good. So they saw our short, asked us if they could use it as the header for that film. And so it's done that. And a couple of other Jewish film festivals have seen it, and they've asked if we could send it to them. So we've done that. And I think the Long Island Film Festival is the next one it's in. So it's in quite a few film festivals, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Oh, okay, great, man. So what's the next film?
Well, before that, because that one I did in January, I did Shadow Fighter with...
I'm very familiar with that one.
Yeah, you should. You're in the beginning of it. Damn, open the film, man. And you did a pretty good job, too, I must admit.
Well, it's because I had a great director.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, Shadow Fighter is an inner city fable. It's a really nice story about a homeless ex-boxer who sees this kid being bothered by some drug dealers and intercedes in his behalf, and then they get away from them. And the kid doesn't know how to defend himself, so the boxer kind of takes him under wing, teaches him how to box. Well, you know the story from there. But it's a real sweet tale. There's love in it. There's violence in it, and there's pathos. It's It's a really, really good. And Burt Reynolds does an incredibly great job in a very pivotal role, small but pivotal. And it was a real experience working with him.
Oh, great. Also, you're working with a real boxer, too, Dia Davis. I met him on the set, but now he and I talk, and we kind of friends, at least we know each other, and we talk very often. In fact, he's fighting later on, too, in the ring, too, Dia Davis. It was great working with him.
Well, I had a great time with him. He had never done anything like this before, and he was a natural. He just you played opposite him, dude, so... he was great to work with, a really sweet guy. I actually liked, they were training before we went to shoot the film at the same gym Dia works at. And I was watching them all together. I was watching him box. He's an incredibly talented boxer. Actually, he's a very incredible man. He's very intelligent. He's smart. I notice his boxing. He attacks it from a very intelligent way. It was fun working with him.
Yeah, it sure was. And what did they get the idea for this film, though?
Well, the lead actor is an actor by the name of Steve Darren. Steve and I were in the same movie. I was the villain. He was the hero in a film called Hollow Creek.
I saw that film.
Yeah, I liked it very much.
I did, too.
Anyway, so Steve had this idea for a screenplay, and so he wrote the story down, and he came to me and he said, I would like you to direct this thing. And I said, great, but we need a script. And he said, well, so what are you talking about? Just go write it. So Steve, I, and my writing partner, Lloyd Wagner, got together and we wrote the script for it. It went through quite a few different changes. Steve added a lot. And then Steve being very integrated into the role because we wrote it with him in mind in the beginning, did what I think is one of the best performances ever. Certainly his best performance ever. And
yeah, I watched him as he was acting, too.
Yeah, he did a really good job. Yeah. Actually, everybody in that film, Christina, there I go, losing names again.
I know.
Don't get older, it's a bitch.
It's not that bad.
It's bad. Anyway, there's some really incredibly good actors in that film.
It is. Now, what's your third film?
The one I just finished about a week and a half ago, it's called Boyfriend Killer. It's for Lifetime TV.
Boyfriend Killer. I think I married one of those.
Yeah, but you're still here to talk about it. So.
I know, and she gave me too many signs to say, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know this story.
Yeah.
Anyway, Boyfriend Killer is sort of a suspense thriller with Barbie Castro, Patrick Muldoon, Kate Mansi, who's really incredible in the role, and Yancey Butler. All of them are well-known actors and were incredibly good to work with. I had a great time working with them all, except I worked the whole time with no days off and 16-hour days, but, that's kind of like the thing. Anyway, it's a story about an accident that occurs to a woman's son, and as she starts to go through her stuff and pack it up, she realizes that maybe this wasn't an accident, and maybe somebody had it in for him. So I don't want to give away any more of the story.
Yeah, don't tell me too much more because this sounds interesting. Also, I know Barbie Castro, and I've seen her in some of her stuff in the past. Very good actress, and she's really trying to make it here in South Florida as an actress.
Well, that is tough to do. But this is the third film in the Killer series. So she had Assumed Killer, Patient Killer, and now Boyfriend Killer. And I personally think it's the best of the three, and certainly my best work ever. What I thought was really good on Shadow Fighter, I think I've excelled in this film. So I'm very, very proud of it. And you'll see, it's different. It's not a Lifetime film, and yet yet it is a Lifetime film. It's got a lot of indie hard edge to it that they're looking to get now, and that's kind of the way we envisioned it throughout the whole thing. Some great stunts occurred. Jose Barillo did the stunts, and his team they're just wonderful. So.
Oh man, Well, Alyn, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you used to be in advertisement. You used to be a very big advertiser. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, that was another life. Yeah, I was at one time I was actually the youngest creative director in the world.
Really?
Yeah, people don't know that, but yeah, and it's in the late 60s. I've been a creative director for 3 of the largest agencies in the world, and formed my own company on Michigan Avenue in Chicago for...
My hometown, Chicago, baby.
Can't beat it. Well, this is not bad either. So
This is gorgeous.
this is paradise, man. I opened my own place on Michigan Avenue for 11 years called Alyn Darnay Productions and Advertising, ADV. And we did mostly commercials, some industrial, a lot of industrial films,
Right.
corporate things, and a lot of music videos, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then we did a lot in radio. I wrote and produced like over 100 jingles. Worked for every large company you could think of, from Quaker to McDonald's to Entenmann's to just about everybody. But that was a long time ago.
And now you're directing films. Why did you decide to turn to filmmaking? I mean, full filmmaking. What you were doing with the advertising was like mini films. You know, commercials are really mini films and things like that. But now, full films.
Why did I do that? I don't know. It was just an extension of everything else. I started in movies. I started in L.A. I went to UCLA, and after that I worked in Los
You graduated from UCLA?
I did. And then I worked in Los Angeles for a long time, like 8, 9 years. And then I went to Europe, worked for a couple of film companies in Rome, Paris, and London. Spent about 4 or 5 years over there, and then I came back. And I don't know, so instead of going back into films, I went into advertising because it was interesting. My degrees are in advertising psychology and NLP, so it made some sense to do that. And the challenges were good. And then you were asking before why I switched from advertising to films.
Right.
I just went back to it, but I was doing a lot of music videos. And music videos in themselves are little stories, little films themselves. So it was a natural extension to go from that to the films. Also, I've always been an actor's director, and I do coach acting. And I wrote a book, about script writing,
I read it.
which is a bestseller. It's over 16,000 copies sold.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Got one on acting. I'm just finishing up now. I don't know. I love it. It's the challenge is great. I'm very good at it, I feel. I love working with actors. I like the challenge of getting the best possible performance out of them.
And I experienced that. I also saw you work with actors before, even before I got in one of your films. I also saw you work with some actors and things like that too, and read your book. And you are very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I am a Florida-based filmmaker. Florida-based filmmaker. I lived in Hollywood, but not that Hollywood, this Hollywood, the one here in Florida. And it sometimes gets to me that everybody thinks that the criteria for being a good filmmaker is to be in Los Angeles, but that's not true.
Yeah, there's a couple of great film directors that live here
Yeah, there are a lot
and
of
shot here and shot films here and became very successful.
There are a lot of them. And one of the earliest film companies in the world started here. Greenwich Studios is huge, and they're building some new studios. And Comedy Central's moving all of their stuff here. They're building a big studio down South Miami.
They are?
Yep.
Wow.
Florida's the best place to shoot. We may not have the incentive right at the moment, but we'll get it back.
Yeah.
But you have crews, you have talent, you have the weather. I mean, I think LA has like 180 sunshine days. We have 325.
Exactly. That's why I live here.
Yeah, truly. It rains for a month, and that's it. And the rest of the time is just showers that are passing. That was a funny story on the set of Shadow Fighter. No, Boyfriend Killer. The actors, the three of the main actors, came from L.A. And we were shooting up in Coral Springs in a condo, and the sky opened up and torrential rains, Florida rains, were semi-tropical down here. And they raced to the window to watch the rain because they had never seen rain like we did.
Yeah, it doesn't rain in L.A.
No, well, it did. One year I was there. It started in April and didn't stop till September, and people were ready to kill. But working in Florida is the best. I came back home. I'm from Florida originally. I came back home in 1993 and formed Chaos Films, and I wouldn't want to live anyplace else.
Neither do I.
The temptation is always there. I keep getting...
Not for me, buddy.
Well, Georgia's a hop, skip, and a jump up the road.
Ooh, well, that is a little tempting.
And they're very busy, and they keep calling me, but I'm not... I'm a Florida-based filmmaker. I'm a Florida-based filmmaker because this is the best place to make film.
Well, Alyn, thank you for taking time with me, Al McGee, at Your Entertainment Ticket. And, man, let's do this again because you have a lot of experience, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear from you again.
I'd happily do it, Al. Anytime for you, man.
Thank you, Alyn.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com. YETicket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right.